Hey everybody, welcome back to A Brief on Grief. Today, I think that this video is going to be the most vulnerable one that I've created to date in this beautiful journey that's been this series. I know I've spoke about this a little bit before in previous videos about connection and the losses of connection and stuff, but I've been on a little hiatus, away on vacation for the last several weeks, which was definitely a catalyst for what's coming up now. Where I've been at the last week or so has been swirled up from what I experienced on my vacation, the play, the joy, the different richer connection through exploration of clowning and different things like that. But that's a different story. But what's profoundly in me right now is that I came back, and the first day that I was back, my body was screaming almost to me. It was a very, very strong message. I don't want to do it like this anymore. I can't do it like this anymore. So it was obvious to me right away, because I had had some feelings coming in the days leading up to the last couple of days of my vacation, that message was related to my job. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going through a journey of trying to do things differently at my work and take my power back in places where I've been giving it away, and grounding in my strengths and my gifts that I bring to my work. But also realizing the parts of my work that do not fit me. So for the last several months, it's been much better. I've been much more content. I've been finding joy, different things, and making it more beautiful for myself there. But also realizing that there's parts of it that still do not resonate with me, and that won't change about the job. So that was the part that it was very obvious. I don't want to do it this way anymore. Time for me to move on to a new journey with that. But the other piece of it is what really shook me up, and is what is still shaking me up, which is why this is all very vulnerable, the topic, and just that I'm presently in it still. The awareness that the relationships, the intimacy, the connection that I have in the beautiful relationships that I do have in my life, although beautiful, although I'm so grateful for so many parts of them, aspects of them, and the love shared in them, there is still more, and I still want more. So juggling the reality of being grateful for the beautiful people that I have in my life, and still the awareness that I want more. And realizing through some tapping, some powerful tapping this week, some being triggered with some messages from people that I usually do admire, and usually I'm pretty in full agreements with what they say and the ideas that they're sharing. I had an experience of disagreeing and realized that's not my truth. This is what I desire, and there actually is nothing wrong with this. And where am I going with that? Now I'm kind of going around in circles here. I have known all my life, since I was very, very young, that we as human beings, this world, this family of beings that we are meant for deeper connection and deeper celebration and deeper love to be shared and explored and created between us than we've ever seen. Than that we see in this world, that I've seen in my relationships, or the relationships that I see outside of me, the people that I care about. I've known that there was always supposed to be more, that we were capable of more, that I was capable of more, that I was capable of deeper love of myself and other people, and that others were capable of that, and that we were all capable of sharing that together. But with this knowing, I have carried so much grief with me my whole life, of seeing that kind of the opposite, or of hearing messages in our world that would judge and actually criticize that desire for more, saying that it was too needy, or that it was too much, and that you shouldn't be so attached to what others can and can't be. Although I see some of the bigger messages between need and attachment, I've done a lot of work on that stuff. There's still something that's not true about it. And I'm realizing that there's also messages in the spiritual community, in the spiritual world, that I don't agree with on this topic. So, and a realization this week, which has brought me a lot of grief, is that not only was I kind of holding out and waiting for some of the lovely relationships that I do have in my life to be able to be more available to play and to initiate play and nourish and create love and connection in a relationship in a different way. I realized I was waiting for that to change, and I realized I can't do that anymore. I have to just accept the truth of what is in these relationships and the limitations that people might have. So the grief related to that, as well as the fear that this evolving, it's not concrete, I think, because then I wouldn't have this fear so strongly right now, but this evolving truth that I'm grounding in more and more every day, the abundance of love that, like I said, like I knew all my life, we are meant to experience an abundance of love, an abundance of joy, an abundance of intimacy that just blows our heart away. We are meant for that. We are all meant for that, and we are all meant to share that with each other. That is what this magnificent universe wants for us, abundance in everything. And I know this, but yet I can still see, and what's come up for me this week is that when I see examples of that are opposite to abundant love in my relationships or in the world, that still triggers that fear, those things that I've been told all my life, that it's a fairy tale and that it actually isn't real. So that fear is the prime emotion right now that's muddled in this kind of grief and experience for me the last week. So I'm going on a journey of grounding more in what I know is true. I know is true, and just exploring the different emotions that are getting triggered, I think, when I see differently. But I know one thing, and my body was speaking it loud and clearly to me that day I came home. It's no longer the way I want to live. I want richer. I want deeper. The term exquisite intimacy is what's come to me this week. I want exquisite intimacy. The definition of what that is to me is still evolving. Maybe that'll be part of another video. But I want the exquisite intimacy that we're told we can't have, that we are told that is too much. I am on a journey of grounding in that is the truth, that is the only truth, no matter what I physically see in the world, and no matter what the limitations that might exist in the beautiful relationships I have already with people I love. I can still want more, and I can still believe in more, and that more is possible. And that's where I'm at right now. Okay, guys, I'll see you next episode. Okay, bye. Oh, one other thing related to what I was speaking, did I mention? Oh, no, I didn't. The previous video to this, I was introducing and inviting you all to Honor and Grief, my new radio show spot on News for the Soul. That started September 2nd. It was phenomenal. Check out News for the Soul, my profile page there. You'll be able to see the recording or hear the recording archived there. But the next one is happening on Friday, October 7th, 11 a.m. Pacific or 12 noon Mountain Time. So it's the first Friday of every month I'm going to be doing this. So I just want to remind you guys to come join me there. And it's going to be, this is basically starting from the beginning. Since this is the beginning of the journey, I'm going to go right back to the beginning of kind of clarifying what actually is loss in our life, what is grief in our life, what are the things that we've been told that have led to unhealthy processing of grief. led to us not understanding why we feel the emotions we feel, and hence when we don't understand, we criticize, so we shame and we judge ourselves for feeling what we do. But anyway, so that's kind of the conversations that's going to be part of the October 7th journey of honoring grief on News for the Soul. So come and join me there, and I will see you next time in a video here soon. Okay.